It's March and the madness has already begun with plenty of bracket-breaking upsets already in the first round. Hello and welcome back to Penn State Sports Night. I'm Olivia Corman with Sharonda Hammond and Carlos Garcia. We have seen so much action already, but which game has been the most thrilling to you? I'll start with you, Carlos.
Well, first of all, I have to say that my brackets have already been busted in the first game, in the round of 64. So that's just petrifying, right? But if you guys have seen the other guys with Mark Wahlberg, in the movie he says, "I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly." And that's what happened, baby. Give me St. Peter's upsetting Kentucky. In the round of 64, the 15 seed gets it done. That guy right there, Darryl Banks III, he gets the bucket certified stamp of approval because he really carried St. Peter's, and he's really where they're at right now in terms of scoring offense. 27-4-2 against Kentucky, and he's a big part of why they're moving right now and why they're making noise in the first couple rounds of the tournament. Now, I'm not downplaying St. Peter's in this game and where they've gone to so far in the tournament, but Big Blue Nation and Kentucky fans are going on social media and praising John Calipari, or not praising John Calipari, they're urging that John Calipari gets fired because honestly, in all the talent that he's had over the years in his tenure at Kentucky, he's had guys like Anthony Davis, John Wall, De'Aaron Fox, Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker. The list goes on and on of NBA prospects. He only has one national championship to account for. So John Calipari is known for choking in big games, but losing in the first round of the tournament as a 2 seed is flat out unacceptable.
Yeah, I say I'm going to definitely agree with you there that the Kentucky losing is unacceptable. I say the biggest upset for me is going to have to be the Big Ten tournament champions for the men's, the Iowa Hawkeyes getting beat by the 12 seed Richmond Spiders. Shots just weren't falling for Iowa. They were shooting 20.7%, I think, from field goals, and their threes were a lot lower. There was a point in the second half during a 5-minute span when they did not score at all, and defense kept them alive to only have them lose by 4.
I have to agree with both of you guys. But which team do you think makes a run in this tournament, Sharonda? I'll start with you.
You know what I'm going to say? It's Duke, my favorite team. Coach K's last dance, and I believe he's going to make that final run. Especially with Paolo Banchero, he is averaging 17 points per game. And they just defeated Michigan State, and with defeating Michigan State, Paolo had 19 points, and he seemed like kind of the hype man.
Well, I got to go with another college basketball blue blood, but I'm going to go on the other side of the bracket. Rock Chalk Jayhawk, the Kansas Jayhawks. I think right now, I said before the tournament even started, they had the easiest path out of the 1 seeds. And after the Auburn had a massive choke job against Miami, I think that Kansas, this just solidifies them as punching their ticket into the Elite Eight. They have, bearing that they get rid of Providence in the next round, they face a winner of Iowa State and Miami. So I think that easily for Bill Self and the rest of that staff, their star forward, Abaji, I think they'll get it done and moving on. But the key factor of why Kansas is rolling right now is because of their bench. Guys like Remy Martin coming off the bench, the forward averaged 8 points a game in the regular season. So far in the 2 games in the tournament, he has 16 and 20. If you're having a bench guy coming off and scoring more than double his season average, I think that if Kansas can continue to show why their motto is the Hawk, or why their logo is a hawk, everybody else is going to be a worm, and they're just going to run through the tournament.
I would have to agree with both of you. Duke and Kansas both have runs that could make it all the way. The men's has been very exciting so far, but let's flip to the women's. What has been the biggest upset for you guys?
Well, Iowa has just been great in the men's and the women's tournament. But when it came down to the women's tournament, Iowa was just disappointing. They're led by their star, Caitlin Clark, who had 15 and 11, but that just wasn't enough. They got upset by Creighton. So, I mean, just what Creighton was able to do in Iowa and just really hold them and contain Caitlin Clark as much as they can. They were led by Lauren Jensen's 19 and 11. So, huge win by her. She even had the game-winning three-pointer to send them into the next round. So, I think that Iowa, disappointing year, but Caitlin Clark, I mean, you can't really undermine what she did in the season. And she's definitely going to win National Player of the Year.
I say for me, I definitely have to go with the team that's never won an NCAA tournament, the South Dakota beating the Baylor Bears. The Baylor Bears always seemed like they were going to win. They were the 2 seed, I believe, and there was actually a point where the South Dakota actually held them to 11-0 run up until 7 minutes and 4 seconds left in the second half. So I say my biggest upset is going to have to be the Baylor Bears.
I'll have to agree. Those are both big upsets, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens. We'll have to wait and see what other surprises this year's March Madness has in store for us. For Sharonda Hammond and Carlos Garcia, I'm Olivia Corman. Thanks for watching and have a great night.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night. We hope you liked that segment.
And we're sure there's other Penn State Sports Night segments that you are going to love as well. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content.
And check us out on social media for updates and behind the scenes clips and pics. Follow us on Twitter at PSSN TV and on Instagram at PSU Sports Night to keep up with all the action.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.